Okay, I'd like to go ahead and call the Federal Mineral Lease District meeting to order. This will be the regular directors meeting. We will try to keep this short so that we can move on to the meat of our day, do the presentation. So do that. Calling first item on the agenda is general public comments. Do we have anybody here that would like to make general public comment? Hearing none, approval of the July meeting minutes. Have you all had an opportunity to review those?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I so moved the approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Dusty, that puts you up with staff reports.
Okay. So we've been posting to our social media. We've done the meeting agenda. We did our live stream on Facebook. We live stream our meetings. I record them. I've uploaded them to YouTube. I started sharing photos previously this year about old grants that we've done. And so the one that I shared was the Grand Junction Regional Airport Authority. They've gotten $128,000 for actually 3 different grants that we've awarded them. And it was for their public access AED program when they did their passenger demand analysis and travel planning grant. And then the aircraft rescue personal protective equipment along with some terminal safety and security upgrades. So every time you fly in there, you see a lot of our plaques all over. So we shared those. And also we were mentioned in Colorado Mesa University's new theater because we granted them the money for the new shell. And so with the media that was popping up and we were kind of tagged and crossed with them. Shared about the grants being opened, when they were coming due, when they were closed. We posted that the audit was up for anybody to look at for the 2023 year. And that I also shared the Colorado Oil and Gas Association Energy Summit registration is open if anybody's interested in getting the registration and attending that. Bless you. We did have media for this last month. We sent a press release out about the grant cycles being opened. And so the Daily Sentinel posted us in their business brief. The Business Times shared an article about our grants. And then we were again also mentioned in the Daily Sentinel with the CMU's theater, and we helped fund that. Our grants requesting payment last month was from the Downtown Grand Junction Authority. They finished their Meridian Barricades project and they posted pictures and tagged us in Facebook on that. The final payment request was for $50,000 and these are what they look like in case you haven't seen them. Have them up. And then this is what they have written on the inside of them. So we got some nice branding out there. So it's pretty cool.
Saw the same ones in Vail last week.
Yeah, I saw, yeah, Palisade has them. Yeah, I saw them out that parade.
First.
Yeah.
You guys first?
The invoices for July are for Dusty Reimer, invoice 198 for services and supplies for June, July for $3,850.65. Dufford Waldeck invoice for services for $510, and I Bailey invoices for services through July for $1,550. Our August invoice is just me, invoice 199 for services and supplies. This includes all the grant binder stuff for the grants for $3,927.84. And I did bargain shop this time. I did go to Walmart and got a bunch of those on clearance. So I was bargain hunting. We did receive our DOLA payment. Our DOLA payment that we got for our 2025 budget is $600,082.71. So
How did that compare? How much was that off from last year?
nowhere.
Yeah,
A lot.
like 100, almost 200,000.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, we had about 100 or so. So it'll be,
Probably has a lot to do with permits and less drilling and low prices.
so we'll be putting together a tentative suggested budget. Barry and I will be for you guys for next time. And then we'll be able to make any edits and then we'll need to have that posted for public review for 30 days before we can go through and do any approvals, but we'll have a suggested one for you guys next month. So upcoming events is October 18th. We're scheduled to have our board meeting with grant awards where you guys choose the winners. November 20th is when we will have our potential final board meeting for the year where we will also do grant contracts and approve our budget. And then just a reminder that by December 31st, if we need to go into December, we have to have our budget approved for the fiscal year for 2025 to submit. So we have that, they always have December open just in case we need an emergency meeting that we can schedule. And that's what we have.
Okay, thank you, Dusty. Do we have a motion to accept the staff report and invoices?
So moved.
Presented?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, it carries. Thank you, Dusty. All right, review of investment account. Matt, you're on.
Yeah, very few changes from last time. The market's been pretty stable. Portfolio's up over 11%. Year to date, we're on the lower side of equity target, which is what we rebalanced in summertime. So there just hasn't been a lot since then, but it's doing great stuff. So the balance is over $3,037,000 now. As opposed to yesterday, so gotta be proud of that. Almost $1 million in gains, and and just in the news, the Fed dropped interest rates or lowered its target rate by 50 basis points right before we came here. So we'll see how that plays out, but the 10-year really didn't even add that much to it. So we'll see, just another day and ongoing management.
Anybody have any specific questions? For that?
No, sir. None here.
In the short term, you see the drop in rates will help market.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was already priced in, you know, at least a significant amount of it. So with 50 bips, the market, they announced that at 12:30. So there's an hour and a half of trading still, the market's trending down a little bit. So it wasn't like, oh, holy cow, things are gonna get better now. You know, I think one of the comments of note from Powell was that he's watching mortgages in the housing market, which has been really stagnant with high rates. So I think maybe that's some of his incentive to say, let's start lowering. But I mean, no, I think it's priced in, my take.
Yeah.
That's why we're on the low side of our equities for target right now. And you know, we got an election coming out, there's gonna be a lot of volatility either way in the rest of the year, so we're just back off that.
Maybe took away a little bit of the volatility in the market with.
By lowering interest rates.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it's like being sick when you have high interest rates. So now you say, well, I got medicine, so you're like, oh, it's all gonna be better, but you realize you're sick now. So I don't know if that's a good analogy, but it's like, hey, if he's lowering rates, that means the economy is slowing down. So it doesn't mean, hey, let's go, all right, everything's gonna be awesome. So, but they've got, you know, I think about this a lot. There's 100 years of research now on how to deal with recessions and economic cycles with the Fed controlling monetary policy, and that's what they're doing. So maybe they are getting the smooth, you know, I guess putting the foot on the gas right about the time the car is slowing down too much. You know, we'll see. Let's stay diversified. I was
I think everybody wants. And they've stuck a soft landing once.
yeah.
Yeah. You vegan? Vegan. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There, I gotta look and see who's on financial report next.
Yep.
Okay. Here, thank you.
Yeah, so as of August 31st, our fund balance stands at 1.6 million. The permanent fund is over the 3 million. Grants payable 350,000, so that went down 50,000 from the Bradenton downtown payment. Our income statement, we just show expenses of 5,915 for the month. And then another note would be interest earned of the 8,346 that we show there, 7,887 comes from the new, outbound accounts.
Do you have any budget issues that need to be addressed? I didn't see anything.
Mhm.
What's not?
Yeah, we're good. We're still on target. We're under.
Mhm. Okay. All right, any other questions? Okay. Hearing none, I hear a motion to accept the financials as presented.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second, any other discussion? Hearing none, hear a motion to approve.
So moved.
I mean, sorry, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
You keep asking for motions, you're gonna keep getting them.
You know, the quicker you try to move a meeting, the slower it goes, right? Review of bylaws for permanent funds.
Mhm.
We don't have Chris here to comment on that.
Right.
Do you want to table that discussion?
Mhm.
Okay, a motion to table that.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we will table that discussion on bylaws until our next meeting. Do we have any unscheduled business?
I move for the adjournment. Regular meeting.
Motion? Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. Do we need a break to get
We,
audio video?
we do.
Okay.
Adjourned at 25.